Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new installment of... I did it once. I unlisted the video. I did it twice. I unlisted the video. We've got a very good track record here. Barbenheimer is a brand new r/kino movie-going phenomenon that's got all the 20-somethings ravenous. On July 21st, yesterday, two legendary summer blockbusters were released. One, the story of one individual's harrowing journey into the cruel realities of their own world. And the other one was Oppenheimer. Just kidding, they're actually both about that, but more on that later. Barbenheimer has been an internet phenomenon ever since earlier this year when a few keen netizens noticed that the two movies were releasing on the same day, leading to the creation of several cool memes, as the kids like to say. Jokes about hypothetical marketing stunts between the two movies that never really came to fruition almost did a better job advertising them to younger demographics than the actual marketing itself, particularly in the case of Oppenheimer. To be a bit blunt about it, the people who were making Barbenheimer memes were more often than not the Barbie crowd. Young, hip people who probably wouldn't have gone to see Oppenheimer otherwise because the West is dying and millions must die, please consult the graphs. That's a joke, by the way. This meme unironically did a great job putting asses in seats to go see both Oppenheimer and Barbie, both of which are outstanding movies. But you may be wondering, do I need to get the full Barbenheimer experience? Yes, and let me tell you why. But first, a word from our sponsor, me. That's right, everyone. I'm still working on the movie. Do not abandon hope. Give me time to cook. Maybe a trailer later this summer. Who knows?
Do you guys ever think about dying?
So I chose to go see Barbie first, which may seem like a bit of an odd choice, and I thought it was too. My local theater sadly didn't have enough showtimes for both movies that I could do Oppenheimer then Barbie realistically, so my only choice was to suit up in the late afternoon and go see Barbie. It's time. This movie was amazing. No spoilers for now, but it's a wonderfully absurd comedy about the bizarre nature of gender roles in the real world, and it leaves everyone in the audience, regardless of their gender, feeling a little bit better about their place in it by the end. I'm sure the online chuds are about to start some insane culture war bullshit about this movie, but frankly I don't care, because I really enjoyed it, and I have a life. Just like all other Weisgerber Cube viewers who are also either dashingly handsome or stunningly beautiful, or both. Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling are the obvious standouts of this movie. They start it portraying wonderfully stereotypical versions of both Barbie and Ken, but as the movie progresses, you find out there's more to these characters that serves the emotional narrative of the story, and each of these actors do a wonderful job accentuating those traits. I won't give anything else away for now, but I left this movie knowing that I was Ken-uff.
It's impossible to top me, Oppie!
I missed the first 15 minutes of Oppenheimer, and when I walked in, she was already opping on his high till he merged, so I think I missed some crucial plot details. No, but for real, I don't think I actually missed that much, because I understood and loved the rest of the movie in a somewhat different way to Barbie, although not too different, and I'll still get to that later. This movie focuses on the incredibly complex real-life character that was J. Robert Oppenheimer, but more importantly, it uses his experiences as a lens through which it deconstructs crucial aspects of the human condition. On a more surface level, I kind of expected this movie to mainly be a pretty by-the-books biopic that focused on his time in the Manhattan Project, but mild spoilers ahead. I was actually pretty surprised when I found out that it plays a little more loose with the chronology, and instead devotes a large chunk of its runtime to the exploration of Oppenheimer's legacy. This is a pretty rough approximation, but I think the bomb actually goes off about halfway through the movie. There's still so much runtime left in the movie after the bomb already has gone off, and I think this reflects director Christopher Nolan's desire to tell a much different Oppenheimer story than most conventional histories would. It focuses less so much on the events leading up to the construction of the bomb, and more so how the bomb changed Oppenheimer's life and the course of human history. The only thing I really disliked about this movie is that there wasn't a massive MCU-style cheer when Oppenheimer said, "I am become Sneed, destroyer of feed." So 9 out of 10 for me.
Hey, yeah!
Spoiler time. I believe that there is something crucial to Barbenheimer that's a little bit deeper than a mashup of two movies that are seemingly not very much alike. If you'll allow me to be a bit of an annoying humanities major for a second, I'd like to share an element of our culture that I think is reflected equally in both of these two movies. Both Oppenheimer and Barbie are characters that exist outside of reality and observe it. Oppenheimer more figuratively and Barbie more literally. Barbie lives in an entirely separate plane of reality, Barbie Land, and Oppenheimer is noted by his colleagues in the movie to sort of see beyond the minutia of daily life. He is so much of a genius that he sees past what other people do. Sorry for the angle change, my camera died. Both Barbie and Oppenheimer are confronted by the cruel realities of the human condition. Barbie is exposed to soul-crushing misogyny and sexism for the first time in her life, and Oppenheimer's own work reveals to him the destructive nature of the bomb. Before anyone else, he realizes that humanity has finally unlocked the potential to eliminate itself. Both characters are confronted by an existential threat that challenges their perception of the world around them and forces them to live in a world that is fundamentally altered by their own actions. Barbie's trip to the real world unintentionally results in Ken being able to bring the patriarchy back to Barbie Land, and Oppenheimer's work creates the conditions that lead to the Cold War arms race between the United States and the Soviet Union. Both of these characters aspire to tackle the problems that they feel a sense of responsibility for creating, and both of them are also able to see these problems on a plane higher than their peers. Barbie, by the end of her movie, understands crucial aspects of the human condition and chooses to eschew her status as a feminist icon to be able to contribute to the movement with her own creativity and ideas, becoming human. Oppenheimer, conversely, sees the nation that he served diligently during the Second World War turn its back on him as the United States seeks to embrace his creation but not heed the warnings of its creator. Both of these characters fight tooth and nail against the creation of a worse world. Barbie triumphs, but Oppenheimer is left filled with dread. There exists a tonal dissonance between these two movies, and that's why I think people have really enjoyed seeing them together. Dissonance is a crucial aspect of life in the 21st century. The world around us is dangerous and confusing, yet all the same beautiful and awe-inspiring. We as a people, and in our art, embrace the full suite of human emotions that the world around us inspires, be they optimistic or pessimistic. Barbie and Oppenheimer are both movies that are ultimately about a crucial aspect of the human experience, and while they have differing conclusions, that dissonance is part of what makes Barbenheimer so special. Go see it. You won't regret it. I don't think the order really matters, although maybe if you don't want to be filled with existential dread, watch Barbie second. Either way, here's what you need to do is you need to get a big drink and you need to take a pee break between the movies at least, because I didn't do either of those things, and I got such a bad headache during Oppenheimer, and then I had to walk home in the middle of the night with a big headache, but it was okay, because when I was walking home, I saw a bunch of deer in a field, and I just watched Barbenheimer. I watched both the movies, and now there's deer in the field behind me. There's deer in the field. There's a deer in the field over there. It's a Barbenheimer miracle. Oh my God, look at all the deer. Look at all the deer in the field over there. I just watched Barbenheimer. Just watched both of the movies back to back. 5 hours. I got such a headache, and there's deer in the field. Holy shit. Oh my God. Look at all the deer in the field. They're looking back at me. The movies were pretty good.
I cause chain reactions when I'm lyrical, cause I've got that fissile material. You were born to Eternals, but came out looking so scary that your own mother tried to make you a temporary. Meanwhile, I've mastered the atom more than any man alive. Now I'm here to split you like 2 and 3 from 5.